test I take, I get an A. Yeah, screaming that's none. When I pulled out the lock, that's done. Doing my thing, homework all day, every day. Triggers is it, triggers is it, triggers is it, triggers is it. Seeing Mr. Ng's face during period 3. Triggers is it, triggers is it.
Hey guys, let's go over 1.85, solving a quadratic system graphically. Go ahead and do this problem with me, and then you can go ahead and choose 4 of the questions in 18 to 23. Let's go into dark mode. Okay, there's a couple of ways that you can solve by graphing. You can go ahead and do this by hand. You can use a graphing calculator app. On my iPad, I'm using this TI-83 called Graphing Calc 83. It's been pretty good. And probably the best one is going to be Desmos for this particular set. Okay? So let's go ahead and try this one. Alright, this example comes from the mixed exercises, question number 49. But y equals negative x and y squared equals 2x. Okay, something to note is the Graphing Calc 83 can only work when it says y equals. So the first equation works, but the second equation does not. So we're going to have to use our algebra skills to get rid of that power of 2. And you would just take the square root of both sides. But remember, when you do that, you'll get y equals, that's an equal sign or a check mark, 2 here. This will cancel. And you have to have a plus or minus the square root of 2x. And essentially that means that we're going to have to graph 3 things, because there's one's positive, one's negative. So we would have to graph these 3 things. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Here's my Graphing Calc 83. So I have y equals negative x. Remember, the negative sign is to the left of the enter. I don't need to press plus, so just the square root of 2x. Go to the right key, and then you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to have to put a minus sign. And this is what our graph looks like. You notice I'm zooming in here. Okay, so what do we have here? We have this get to a scale that looks a little bit more what we're used to. Okay. So you have the line y equals negative 2x, that was linear, and the red one is the positive square root of 2x and the negative square root of negative 2x. And what I'm trying to actually show you is that it's basically a horizontal parabola. A horizontal parabola. Let's just go ahead and graph that and sketch it really quickly. And if you look at this, we zoom in a little bit closer, you'll have our point of intersection. Let's see, calculate. No, don't have an intersection. So you're just going to have to look at it. Oh, it says isect. And there's one. 0, 0, and 2, negative 2. This is our answer. Let's go ahead and just draw a quick graph, and then we'll do this. So we had a graph look something like, and a graph to something like that. Again, the point of intersection should have been 0, 0. And then somewhere over here, 2, negative 2. Okay? Okay, the best one to use is Desmos. So let me go ahead and pull up Desmos. Okay, here's the good thing about Desmos is you can type in the variable. So y equals, now this one doesn't have a negative sign, so you just use a subtraction. And then just click on the next one and type in y squared equals 2x. And the nice thing about it is we can do the same thing. You can kind of just zoom in. And there's order pair, and there's order pair as well. Okay? So I highly recommend just using Desmos. That way you can just find the point of intersections very quickly. All right. Let's go ahead and go to question number 18. Let's go ahead and graph y equals x squared and x equals y squared. And what you can try to do is to make a prediction. Y equals x squared I know is going to be a parabola. I wanted that to be blue. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 2 squared is 4. So my graph's going to look something like this. And this one is actually the same thing, but going in this direction. So let's see if I was correct. X equals y. And I was incorrect, because you'll see the intersection is both 0, 0 and 1, 1. Here and here. All right, let's try question number 19. Let's go ahead and graph that. One half, you can do a couple of ways. You could just type in parentheses, 1 divided by 2, close the parentheses, and then you notice that it kind of did that for you. And then you can just press go to the right. 1 half x squared. And then over here we want y squared plus 2y plus 1. And if you actually wanted to graph that by hand, what you can do is, okay, so notice that the, in this case, the y-intercept is a -1 and 1. So let's type that in, -1. Graph's going something like this. And the blue one, something like that. And there are no intersections, so there's no solution. What I was going to say is if you wanted to actually graph this one, you would just make a table of values. And essentially you're doing the same thing. You would find this point by finding the vertex, -b over 2a. That would give you the red one, and it's reverse. You're finding y values, and you put it in and get an x value. So it's just kind of switched on you. Okay, let's try question number 20. Now you can make a prediction. You'll notice that both of these, this will be my prediction. This one's facing down, and this one's facing up. Actually, it's the other way. We call it going wider, because the a value is, think about it, if you put in $1 in there, your money's going to go back really fast. And then the point of intersection is going to be 0, 0. Let's double check. So y equals negative 2x squared. And then this one is going to be y equals 6x squared. And there's your two graphs. All right, let's go ahead and try number 21. Let's go ahead and graph that. Let's do the second one right here. Y equals x squared plus 2. Up here we have x equals, parentheses, y minus 2 squared. Okay, I don't have anything on my graph, and what you can do is just start pinching and pulling. And there our intersections going to be 0, 2, 1, 3, 0, 2, 1, 3. Let's just put those on the graph. 0, 2. Oops, can't count. 0, 2, 1, 3. And our graph looked something like this. Number 22, let's take a look at this one. I have x equals 1/2 y squared plus 1. Remember, I just did y as a shortcut. And y equals 1/2. To get out, you press the right key. Parentheses x minus 1 squared. And so we have a graph shifted over to the right. And our points of intersection are 1, 0, 3, 2. 1, 0, 3, 2. So this is the, let's graph these. This helps me. Right 1, 0, right 3, up 2. I think our graph kind of look like this. Green one shifted over to the 1. Okay, and then number 23. Let's go ahead and put that into our graphing calculator. Desmos. One-fourth x minus squared plus 1. The same thing up here. 1/4 to the right key. In this case, this will be y minus 1, close the parentheses, squared, plus 1. Intersections will be 1, 1 and 5, 5. 1, 1, 5, 5. if you think about it, how am I graphing this by memory? Once I have those 2 points, and if I knew this red dot at 1, 1 was the vertex, it's going to be 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually the axis of symmetry. Does that make sense? And this one was shifted over right 1, up 1. And same thing. The axis of symmetry is this way, and it's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you do 4 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Darken the red ones so you see the point of intersections. Okay, so I just use the Desmos to find our solutions to a quadratic quadratic. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
We doing math today, ain't got time for no games. We doing math today, all work and no play. We doing math today, listen up and behave. We doing math today, we doing math today.